Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
Ooni of Ife is rumored to have landed, Igbi a very dirty slap, like designed her face with a slap for calling Olori Naomi an ex-convict. Can you imagine if this information is true? It is, if somebody would want to sit you down and explain how your success, your wins disappoint your enemies, you will wonder. Now, what is going on right now is, if the information we are hearing is the truth, is that when this whole thing happened to Olori Naomi, you know that it was orchestrated from the deepest pit of hell. It was orchestrated from the deepest pit of hell to reduce Olori Naomi to nothing. To reduce Olori Naomi, they thought that Naomi will be convicted. They thought that Naomi will perhaps, be broken to nothing. They thought that, maybe bloggers will leave Naomi alone when they know that there's nothing yet to, suck out of Olori Naomi's life anymore. They thought that everything will go down. Naomi will be reduced to nothing. That was what they thought. But to see the way God fought for Olori Naomi, to see how God rescued her, to see that, yes, indeed, Naomi is a woman that is just helped by God, is so disappointing. Now, Igbi, who is actually, from what we are hearing, in trouble, like struggled to rescue herself from, the dungeon of hell, okay? She's been struggling with whatever marks. Now, you know that the marks is still there. They said, for reasons, of course, unknown, that Kabiyesi is like avoiding Igbi like a plague, like avoiding her so much. And maybe it's this avoidance that is making people, say that there is a marks, there is a marks, there is a marks. Maybe there is no marks. But they said sometimes when Kabiyesi see Igbi, Kabiyesi status, and they said it's because there is a reflection of a marks on Igbi's face. And you do know that if you ever, do anything to influence the way a person feels about you, by the time that feelings begins to dissipate, what the person will feel for you is HATE. And they said now, Igbi, because Igbi was very worried about the fact that Kabiyesi went to go and meet Queen Naomi, and Kabiyesi was very apprehensive towards the fact that Queen Naomi returned the 10 million naira that was sent for bail. They said Igbi now decided to meet with Kabiyesi outside and talk to Kabiyesi, like not in his chambers. You know that she's no longer allowed to enter Kabiyesi's chamber again. And these are the different reasons why people are insinuating that there is a marks on Igbi's face. Now, as we are hearing, if the information is correct, they said after Kabiyesi finished seeing people, and Kabiyesi was just sitting down there, they said Igbi now went to go and meet Kabiyesi, to talk to Kabiyesi. And what she was saying to Kabiyesi is that associating himself with Olori Naomi is a disservice to himself, is condescending, and is everything, because you cannot expect a first-class king like the Ooni of Ife to associate himself with a woman like Olori Naomi, who is an ex-convict. And they said immediately she mentioned ex-convict, they said the slap that landed on her face was a very massive one. You know that Kabiyesi is a very huge man. If you see him, he's a man who is strong. He's got strong bones. His hands are very big. If Kabiyesi uses that hand to slap you, you should know that it is a slap from the gods. And do not forget that Ooni of Ife is the only living deity. So if Ooni of Ife slaps you, you should go and get goat to come and, appease his heart, to take away, because that slap will come with some spiritual something. Welcome back to my channel. It's Together Delarama. I bring you fresh and spicy jazz from the South Estelle on the Royals. How are you guys doing? I appreciate you guys so much. I love you. Share Adukwe, my people. If you're yet to subscribe, kindly go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and do not forget to turn on the notification bell, and do not forget to give this video a thumbs up. It is not a small something, no. They said the kind of slap that escaped from Ooni of Ifes hand to Igbi, that Igbi's mouth shut immediately, like trying to call Olori Naomi beautiful doctor, prophetess, you know, everything, queen of all queens. Olori Naomi, you want to attach Naomi's title to an ex-convict, even when you know Naomi was never convicted. Naomi has not been convicted, and Naomi will not be convicted. For those of you who are sitting down and waiting for Naomi to be convicted, you will cry because you will sit in vain, because Naomi will not be convicted, because Naomi did not do anything. Now, if you have been following the trend carefully, you find out that the judge that, you know, granted that bail said that it was even unlawful for Naomi to have been apprehended, kept in custody for that long. There is no right, as in there is no constitution in Nigeria that allows anybody to be kept in detention for that long when the person has not been convicted of any thing. And so for those of you who are sitting down, those people who are praying for Naomi to be convicted, I can tell you that things are looking up for Olori Naomi. Yes, there is a case. The case is coming up on the 20-something. Naomi will go and come back, and at the end of the day, they are going to win because he has done nothing wrong. And that is not to say Naomi is not worried or saddened about the event. Children passed on. There is nobody in this world who will not be sad. She is sad, and that has been the biggest problem that, you know, Naomi has been facing. But for people to want to say this is a yardstick for which we will use to undo or unleash mayhem on Olori Naomi, God is never going to allow it happen. And they say Kabiyesi educated her that in case she does not know, Naomi was not convicted of anything. Naomi has not been convicted of anything. And Naomi will not be convicted of anything because Naomi went to do good. And unfortunately, an accident occurred, because this is something that one will call an accident. For those people who keep saying that Naomi did not make adequate arrangement for security, Naomi did. This whole thing happened before 9 o'clock. The event was supposed to start by 9. These people were there as early as, in fact, some of them slept there. How were you expecting Naomi what were you expecting Naomi to do under the circumstances? Was Naomi supposed to have slept there with the children? Was Naomi responsible for people flinging children like sack of potato into that hole? Was Naomi responsible for the woman who carried her own hands to fling that child, and the child passed on immediately? How is it, if not that the enemy is trying to, you know, work overtime in the life of Olori Naomi? And they say Ooni of Ife educated Igbi by, you know, designing her face with an amazing kitowai. Dela writes, I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be termed as fact unless verified. Thank you, Dela writes.